With the credit union, everything's just easy.
Everything was done simpler, whether it was savings, checking, home mortgage. They explained my options to me. They were friendly.
I always had great service while I was there. I felt like they actually cared.
And I just thought that was such a nice touch for someone who I don't even know to reach out and actually care and show interest.
If it was a bank, I can't even imagine what would have happened.
My favorite thing about the credit union is the online banking.
When I have to make new camera purchases, I have to put it on the credit union credit card.
And just sort of the ease in which you can get things accomplished.
I found something wrong, it wasn't my fault.
Some unusual charges have been charged to my account.
And the credit union said, okay, we'll take care of it.
And within hours, the money was just put back into my bank account.
So there's just that proactiveness on their part.
I think that's the kind of customer service you can expect with any credit union.
I did look at other banks, and my local credit union had beat the other banks, National Bank, hands down.
They were the best with their rates.
Their interest rates are really good. They're a lot more reasonable and lower.
My family and I were in the market for a new SUV.
And I went to the dealership, got a great deal on a car.
Well, my next step was I called the Community Choice Credit Union.
My husband was blown away. He could not believe the ease in which we got.
My very first brand new car.
I think we got the whole thing done. I was in an office for maybe half an hour if that.
From the time I found the car and got the financing, it was less than 48 hours.
The credit unions were definitely giving me a better deal than I would at the dealership.
I just kept shaking my head, you can try, but you're not going to beat the rate that the credit union's going to give me.
More than likely was going to offer me probably the best rate.
They came back and they're like, you're right, we're not going to be able to beat the credit union. It's a fantastic rate.
When we first went to go look at houses,
the MSU Credit Union was there for me.
Her name was Mulaney.
Just all around good person to work with.
And she walked me through the process step for step.
If I have to buy a car or buy a house,
I'll definitely reach out to them for help with a loan.
At the bank, you're just a number. At the credit union, you're a friend, you're a coworker, you're somebody.
I did belong to a bank out in Texas. I felt like a number there. I didn't feel like an appreciated member.
When I think of a credit union, I think of friendly service.
I think of friendly people.
Most of them would know me when I would go into the credit union.
I'd walk in and go, hey, Scott, and I felt like Norman, cheers.
They always have a sucker for Cameron and a dog biscuit for Tiki.
The credit union was more personal, I would say. I've been introduced to credit unions from an early age.
We had our first checking accounts at the credit union. And
right before high school, I finally went and got my first debit card.
I still belong to the credit union. I hope someday my kids, continue to use credit unions and, take their kids, to the credit union and open savings account and, are financially responsible.